Okay, welcome back, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. That will really encourage me to drop more content like this. Or if you want to support me, you can always purchase one of my tutorials on the link on my YouTube channel. So now let's get back to this. So I want to kind of think it's high time I broke symmetry in here. I think it's high time I broke symmetry in here. Okay, I can say a little bit of detail in here. It's not extremely pronounced. It's a bit covered up. Okay, I think this is the actual one we're using. Alright, so breaking symmetry on this. So one of the things I usually do is kind of break symmetry on my character's face. Let me kind of show you guys the key regions I kind of use to break asymmetry. Maybe I should use this instead. Okay. So one of the key parts I use for breaking symmetry would be breaking symmetry on the straightness of the nose, the shape of the eye, break symmetry around this side also, breaking symmetry here, breaking symmetry on the wrinkles around the eye, then breaking symmetry in here, making some parts a bit obvious and the other, like smoothing out some part and leaving the other parts. Also here, some fat part around here, also here, also around this cheekbone, some fat part having some more volume than the other parts, or than the opposite part. So that's pretty much where I kind of look at kind of break symmetry generally for my character's face. So let's jump right to it. So let's start with the forehead. Start with the forehead in here. So I'm going to be using this as my reference for the forehead. But let's create a new layer. Put this up here for now. Okay. So create a new layer. I'll just name this to Asymmetry. Yeah, that should be just fine. So I go to the lowest subdivision. I think lowest subdivision, okay, not the lowest subdivision level though. So we can see term this as our secondary details. The skin pores we added on top of this was a tertiary detail. I'm also going to be adding more tertiary details on top of this. But for now, let's break symmetry on the face. So I'm doing this with symmetry with symmetry brush turned off. So I'll go in there. Kind of no. Let's go to higher subdivision level. No. Let's go to another higher subdivision level in here. So this one is kind of tricky though, so let's see. Something's wrong with our brush. Turn off lazy mouse for this. Trying to figure out what's wrong with my brush. Seems to be creating steps in there. So this is a smaller brush size for this wrinkle detail. Let's go one subdivision level higher again, or something like this. I still need to fix this a bit more though. Not entirely sure if this is looking right or not. I feel like something feels wrong with my brush. Something feels wrong with my brush stroke. Okay, yes, I think it's fine. So I'm just basically taking longer strokes. Something like this. Alright. No, I'm not sure I'm liking it. I think I'm definitely missing something in here. I'm not sure I'm liking this result though. And do all of that. Let me start by creating some elevations in there. Go to lower subdivision level. Great. Turn this off. Too intense. I'm just trying to create where I feel like the bump should be. That should house the wrinkle detail. Okay. Maybe elevated a bit more. Okay. So maybe on a lower subdivision level, this maybe one subdivision level higher. Kind of follow the same directionality I kind of use for with the them standard brush to block with the standard brush to block this out. Okay. We obviously need to find this a bit better. Let's go one subdivision level higher in here. Do something tighter in here. Go inside what I've just blocked out and do something tighter. Let's go another subdivision level higher for this. Am I in the right? Take this down a bit more. Yeah, something like this. So I'll just go in there into those crevices, into those where we're kind of blocked out on the lower subdivision level, and kind of do lines, tracing over those lines, kind of, or on top of those lines. Don't need to be extremely precise though. Let me see if I can show you guys a reference that better explains that. Should have right? Okay, yeah, something like this. You can see it's not an entirely straight line. You can see like it feels like the line is kind of broken out. You can see the line kind of broken out, kind of crossing themselves, almost like they're crossing themselves. You can see also on that one here also. Okay, so that's why we kind of block something on top of it first on a lower subdivision level before using a smaller brush size, kind of cross, almost like going across it, not extremely carefully, but just going across it just to establish something in there. Which is basically what I'm trying to do. Which is basically what I'm doing now. Zoom in a bit closer. A smaller brush size for this. So this is just adding like another extra level of detail to it. Some of this we need to tighten up later though. It's creating some weird steps on it. Okay. Okay, so I think I'll need to tighten this a bit more. So let's use the pinch brush. Just tighten most of this. Maybe even smooth out some of this, just to create variation in sharpness. Maybe I should even name this even wrinkle, so I can blend them as individual piece. I should probably name this. Should probably name this to wrinkles instead. I think that's a proper name for it. Okay. But I'm skipping one step. I'm supposed to do one thing before creating wrinkles, but let's. So better let me create another layer in here. I'll name this asymmetry also forms. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Basically looking for parts to do better breakup on. This part will take some time to do much breakup in here, but for now I'm looking for other parts to do breakup too. Okay. Let me start with the most obvious ones I know I can just do quickly with the move brush. So let's select the move brush, increase the size, go to the lowest subdivision level. And I will start by pushing or tilting the nose. Let's get this like so. Just a little push. That seems way too much. That push seems way too much. Lift this part up some more. Well, mistake. Then I like to get some more depth. Let me put this aside. Like to get a little more depth here, something like that. Just subtle break up in between. Push this down some more, like so. Just breaking up the form by making or pushing tiny aspect of this. Okay, it might not seem extremely obvious, but it's important we get something slightly different in there. Slightly, maybe one nose is a bit open than the other one, something like this. Very subtle. It looks extremely subtle, but the thing with the human eye is that we can easily notice subtle changes, especially on someone's face. You can actually notice it. So that's what I'm just trying to break up in here. Okay, yeah, for the eye, let me get let me make this part of the eye a bit open than the okay. Let me bring this back out more on the move brush, increase the size. I think I'll make this one a bit more open, like so. So you can see it slightly subtle changes in between. Maybe this one lift this one up a bit more, so if it's a bit tighter, like so. I think the change now is a bit too obvious, so let me leave this a bit also, like so. Okay, just breaking this up in a very gentle way. So doing this in a very gentle way all over the place kind of create like a larger form of breakup on top of on top of the face. Okay, let me increase one subdivision level higher. Can use the depth standard brush. Let's say I want more depth in here instead. Smooth that down. Yeah, something like that. Smooth this part out a bit more. Just to break that. You can see here is a bit deeper, but here is not so deep. Maybe around here. I think I need to reduce the intensity. Around here. Dig this a little bit more around there. Okay. Subtle breakup that overall adds more texture to it. Make it a curve here while ignoring the other parts. Make this a bit more obvious. Use the let me use the clay brush instead. Fill this part up a little bit. I think that's a bit much. I think our intensity is way too much in there. Yeah, let's take down the intensity. Okay, gentle smooth. Same here also. I think I will create a depth around here. Okay. Gentle smooth. I think my sweet intensity is way too much. Take this down. Increase this. Maybe fill up this part like so. Smooth that down. Okay. With them standard brush, we create a bit more depth around here. Smooth that down. Okay. Something like so. Smooth that down. This part are going to be covered with hairs, but just trying to show you guys how I kind of break up the symmetrical structure of this. I mean, I think there's a sharp line in here, so I'll use the move brush. Just get this slight curve to it. Maybe that's a bit too much. Since something like this should be fine. So it's just looking perfectly symmetrical. I would also like to tighten one part of the edge, so pinch brush, tighten this top parts. Okay. This part smooth some more. Maybe even create a shape like this around here. Smooth that a bit more. Put some more depth here. Maybe create some more edginess around this. Smooth. Get some more depth around here. Okay. Need a bit more shape around here, so let's go to the lower subdivision level. Use the H polish brush. Polish something like this. Smooth this part. Let's accentuate this some more. Gentle smooth. I think I'll blend this down some more. Basically just breaking anything that looks too symmetrical in here. Maybe get some more depths here. And ignore the other parts. Okay. Maybe intensify this part just a little. Use the clay builder brush. Fill this part up. Smooth. Yeah, like so. So you can see how we broke symmetry in here, but just adding so a little bit more flesh around here. maybe here also something like this. Smooth that down. So now I'll just add in volume just to break things up a bit more. All right. Yeah, let's do something for the lips also. Maybe lift these parts up just a little. Now, I think I have a better idea. Or push this down some more, like so. Yeah, something like that should be just fine. So it's not completely symmetrical. Okay. I'll go into the eye. Flesh up this eye a bit more. Around this part, just a little. Smooth that down. No. Looks a bit weird. We try to be more careful around there. Smooth that down. Okay. This shape feels a bit weird. I'm going to go to the lowest subdivision level with the move brush. I don't know if I need to add more depth here or not. Okay, this part we need to push in some more. Okay, let me do a quick save. I think we have kind of broken this up a bit more. Let's now work on this shape at the top and this frown at the top. So do I have okay? Get the close up in here. Let's start from this other half. So let me do this on this subdivision level instead, where I have active point of 49. So with them standard brush, I can see a shape around here. Let me see if I can show you guys that shape. 1, 2, 3 around there. We already have this shape here already, which is what we have here. But we don't have this shape here. It's supposed to be around here. So we're just going to start breaking this up as much as we can. Also create some more believable shape around there. Okay, so I'll go one subdivision level higher. Let's see what we have. No, let's do this on this subdivision level instead. Smooth that out some more. Smooth that out. I don't know if I should even be using the damn standard brush or the standard brush to actually do this. Let me undo this. Let's try the standard brush. holding Alt and digging instead. Look at this from an angle. Smooth the edge. Maybe use them standard brush to kind of finish off. I think that's a better way of doing it. Smooth. Hmm. But we need to flesh it out now. We need to flesh it out. Sync. Let me use the inflate brush instead. Hmm. So I'll inflate these parts. You want to be careful though, you don't want to go too extreme. No, it doesn't sit right yet. It doesn't sit right. Let me try pinching this to see if that will fix anything. Maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong angle. Smooth, 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 even more. Yeah, something like this. Something like this should be fine for now. Okay. Then let's create a dent here. There's a dent here. Something like this. Okay. Let's accentuate this some more. Then that tiny dent around here. Okay. You can see that I need to make something a bit deeper around here. Okay. Anything we don't, we can always smooth that out later on. So let's go with let's use the standard, okay, clay builder brush instead. And I'll build a form around here. Smooth that down. Smooth, smooth this edge a bit. Looking at this from a distance, I feel there's just too much depth around here. Still the same clay builder brush, see if we can fill that up and smooth that down. I'm just trying to figure out the right balance for it. Let me undo that. I think we will need the inflate brush instead. And gently smooth, smooth, smooth. Okay. Smooth out this edge. I think that should be fine. We don't want to go too extreme on that though. Then for the center parts, let's go one subdivision level higher in here. Okay. Something like that should be fine. A shape here. There's more carving in here. No. I think this one should be more. Then use a smaller brush size around here. Okay. This part, let's go to the lower subdivision level. Put some more depth in here. Curves like this. No, shape. My own shape looks weird. I think something like, yeah, something like that should be fine. There isn't so much happening in here though. But maybe somewhere around, let's do something around here. Too much, something gentle like this, smooth that down. Go subdivision level higher in here. Get some more depth here. There's a shape around here. Okay. Now let's break this up. I think I will fill this part, fill up this part like so, smooth that down. Fill up this part, smooth that down. Get a closer view in there. This smaller, them standard brush. Something like this. Smaller than standard brush. Something like this also. For the other side, let's even smooth this part out for the other side. Almost like it's not that visible. Okay. The shape here. Almost like a wrinkle detail though. Feels like a wrinkle detail. There's something else supposed to be fix in here. Oh yes. I noticed that this part pushes down more than this other part, so let's take this. I'm just going to use the move brush. Use move brush and elevate these parts up a bit. And push this down a bit closer like this. It feels a bit weird. It feels a bit weird. Let me find, oh, look at this from another angle. Yeah, out a bit more. Out a bit more like so. Yeah, something like this should work. All right. So with all of this we have done now, let's go to the highest subdivision level. Let's turn on, what's it called again? The skin port details on top of this. Let's see what we have. Okay. I don't feel like we don't even have much depth around there. We need more depth in there. So let's hide all of these skin pores for now and try to get some more depth in there. Let's record this again. Need more depth. No. Them standard brush. Okay. Need some tighter depth just to sell it some more. Let me undo that. Undo that one step. The smaller brush size, get some more depth here. Okay. Let's bring the skin pulse detail again. Just a bit more depth to sell it. Maybe I should even, will that even make any difference if I shoot this up? If I shoot this up. Nah, it doesn't make any much. There isn't much difference in there. So now okay, let me stop this tutorial. I'll come back in the next lesson, just continue and then keep adding some wrinkles to this, especially wrinkles for the eye.